It's got to happen. The Rock has got to do this. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm talking about. Because for the last few months, The Rock, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, well, they've been dominating the headlines. We are just a few short weeks away from one of the biggest WrestleMania events in recent memory. And there's a lot of speculation as to what's going to happen at this event because Roman Reigns, our undisputed WWE Universal Champion, he is going to team up with his big cousin in The Rock. They're going to take the bloodline together. They're going to step inside the squared circle and they're going to take on Cody Rhodes and World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, with the stipulation being that should the bloodline go over, many people expect that, odds makers expect that, then it'll be bloodline rules for the following night. Night 2 of WrestleMania, when Cody Rhodes challenges Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. But if the babyfaces go over, then the bloodline is barred from ringside. No Jimmy Uso, no Solo Sikoa, no Wise Man, no The Rock. What's going to happen? Oh, how the tides have turned. All right, going back to January, it was believed that Cody Rhodes, well, he would be challenging Roman Reigns one-on-one for the title. That's still happening, but oh, how things changed and shifted as we made our way to this moment. The Rock returning on Monday Night Raw, doing that famous segment with Jinder Mahal, asking, should he sit at the head of the table? This man really thought that he could, quote-unquote, save WrestleMania. Newsflash, as a Rock fan, WrestleMania hasn't needed to be, quote-unquote, saved since the mid-90s, when you had Diesel and Shawn Michaels headlining. What was it, 95? What are we doing? What are we talking about? So, we're approaching this match. Everyone's speculating. What is going to happen? Is The Rock going to screw over Roman Reigns? Is Rock going to just disappear on night 2? Is it going to be the bloodline going over Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins on night 1? A result in which odds makers believe is going to happen. They have priced that into their betting odds. Betting odds are usually spoilers for outcomes because of pro wrestling is so predictable. Is it going to be that The Rock costs Roman Reigns the tag team match? Is he going to turn on him after the match? Is he going to cost him the undisputed WWE Universal title when he turns on him? Is he going to cost him out of revenge? What if The Rock loses? How does Roman Reigns react to it? There's so many what ifs. And so I woke up this morning and I thought, self, how would I book this? And how would I book this in a way that is realistic? And I said, all right, self, this is what I think needs to happen. I think it's very simple, actually. Night 1, tag team match. The Rock loses the match for his team. He takes the pinfall. He eats the 1, 2, 3. After the match, maybe Roman gets up in his face. Maybe he talks a little trash. Maybe he pushes him, perhaps a slap. And The Rock lays him out, essentially turning babyface. And then, that means no bloodline for Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. That explains why Rock can't be at ringside. That explains why Jimmy Uso can't be at ringside, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa. And then, since you tried to get in Cody Rhodes' way once, and you realized, oh, that was a bad idea because all these people are pushing back on it, then you don't have to worry about The Rock interfering. Because he's going shortly after Mania to go film the movie about the former UFC fighter. I think it's May 1st through August 1st. And then that way you can have Cody Rhodes finish his story. Because we all expect Cody Rhodes to walk out of Philadelphia on April 7th as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion. How he's going to get there, though, that is the big question. That is the big question that everyone wants to know. And WB, come April 7th, have to answer said question. I don't think it would be right for The Rock to cost Roman the match because I think it will take away from Cody Rhodes' win. And I think he has learned his lesson once. He's a brilliant businessman. I'm going to assume he's got a head on his shoulders by being able to achieve everything that he's done in wrestling and in Hollywood and in business. To see, okay, it's probably not the greatest idea to get in the way yet again. Have Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns cleanly. Don't let there be any fault, because coming out of Mania, I understand that people are like, well, they've teased Rock versus Cody. They've teased Rock versus Cody. Could you do that match down the line? Sure. Do I think that they will do that match down the line? Yes. Do I think it should be the first match that The Rock comes back for again? No. We know he's not going to be at SummerSlam. We know he is not going to be at Money in the Bank. We know that they're not going to do such a match at the Royal Rumble because the theme of the event sells itself. He's obviously not working the first Saudi Arabia show, which is reportedly being planned in May. I don't think he's going to do the second Saudi Arabia show this year in November. I think you have to save Rock versus Roman. It's such a big match that you do that match at WrestleMania 41. And if The Rock wants to come back at a SummerSlam 2025, if he wants to come back at WrestleMania 42, have a trilogy, essentially, of WrestleMania events that he works, and puts over Cody Rhodes in a babyface versus babyface match, hey, I'm all for it. I do not think, though, that, look, either way, Rock is screwing over Roman. Triple H is taking main roster creative over from Vince McMahon in the summer of 2022. He has been very straightforward in his booking. You can most of the time see it coming from a ways away. It's predictable, but it's great booking. That's one of the reasons that WWE is on fire as much as they are right now, is because of the booking. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that Rock is going to eventually turn on Roman. There's been hints of it on television, including when he raises his arm, puts his hand up in the air, makes the number one gesture, and while everyone else is making a fist, The Rock has his thumb pointed out and pointed at Roman Reigns. So I believe that The Rock has to cost Roman Reigns the undisputed WWE Universal title, just not in the way you think. I could be right, I could be wrong. We will not know until April 6th and 7th during the most hectic week of all time in wrestling. So I'm curious. Let me know down in the comments area below. What do you think? What do you think they should do? Am I right? Am I wrong? Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all in the next video.